Solving relationship issues. Sometimes a relationship has problems, and we can work to improve it if everyone in the relationship agrees to try. In order to have healthy relationships, we need to spend time and energy on maintaining them. When a problem arises, we need to identify what the issue is, communicate to understand our partner's thoughts and feelings, and to make our own thoughts and feelings known to our partners, and work on finding a solution and carrying out a plan of action that suits everyone. Responsibility. Sometimes only one partner is engaged in the work of relationship management. This can mean that their time and effort spent diagnosing relationship problems and recommending fixes can go unnoticed. It can also make the work required much harder. When only one partner does the work of relationship management, they are expected to correctly interpret their partner's thoughts and feelings, conveniently package their own thoughts and feelings so their partner can understand them, and recommend solutions on their own. Because they don't know exactly what their partners are thinking, they can spend time worrying that their interpretations might be wrong, and because their partner was not involved, their recommendations might be taken as nagging. In situations like this, the work of relationship management not only goes unrecognized and unappreciated, but is actively discouraged or punished. It can set up a dynamic where one partner tries to engage the other, and the other partner rebels against them or simply disengages. This dynamic isn't healthy for either partner. This can cause a power dynamic to develop, or may be caused by an existing power dynamic. When all partners are involved in the work of relationship management, everyone has the chance to explain their thoughts and feelings, and everyone takes an active role in finding solutions and planning how to reach them. This means misunderstandings can be resolved when they arise, and solutions can be workshopped with everyone's input. When a solution and course of action are chosen, it's likely to be one that works for everyone, and if it doesn't end up working, everyone takes responsibility for finding a new solution. Agreement. Agreement means agreeing on what the problems are and what a solution might look like. It's a good idea to make sure that all partners agree on what the problem is, and then work out the solution together. A great process for making decisions together is called consensus decision-making. This flowchart shows how to use a consensus process to reach an agreement. You can download a PDF to study after watching this video. This flowchart is designed to be used by a group of people who aren't in a relationship. It also works well in a relationship with two or more people. Planning. Some people find that an effective way to agree on action points is to use SMART goals. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-related. This chart shows examples of a SMART framework in action. Our first example is an issue about the kids not being picked up. Under the specific heading, we see James will pick up the kids from school on weekdays. Under the measurable heading, yes, were the kids picked up? Under the achievable heading, it says he won't be at work, we have a car, there's a reminder alarm on his phone. Under relevant, this will solve the problem. And under time-related, he will do it every weekday this week. Then we'll reevaluate. Example 2 is an issue of feeling distant. Specific shows we'll have date night on Saturdays. Measurable shows, yes, did we have our planned date night? Achievable shows, yes, we'll have to make sure we don't make other plans and that we get enough sleep on Friday night so we're not too exhausted. Relevant shows, this will help us to spend more quality time together. Time-related shows, yes, every Saturday for 1 month. Then we'll reevaluate. One important part of planning is to set a time to evaluate how things are going after the plan has been carried out. Make a date for evaluation at an agreed time in the future. It could be in a week, a month, or another time that fits with your plan. Supports. Talking about relationship issues with other people can help. It can be useful to get outside perspectives, hear how others have solved similar issues in their relationships, or to get advice and feedback. Partners can do this individually or together. Support people could include friends, family, a relationship counselor, a sex therapist, or a more general counselor or therapist. People who are in open relationships sometimes talk with other partners. In some situations, this can be great, and in other situations, it's not really appropriate and can cause bigger problems. This might depend on the type of relationship and the agreements between partners, as well as their relationship to each other. Action. Carrying out the actions will involve time and effort, but if your agreement and planning stages were done well, then carrying out the action should be achievable. If everyone takes responsibility for reliably carrying out their agreed actions, hopefully the relationship will see issues resolving. If it's not possible to carry out some of the actions, you might go back to the planning stage again, or you might wait for the evaluation stage. Evaluation. Once you've carried out your action plan, you can sit down together and evaluate how effective it's been at solving the issue. Remember that the problem was identified with agreement by all partners, and the solution proposal was agreed on by all. The actions were also agreed by everyone involved. If it hasn't been effective, was that because the original issue was misidentified, or the plan was missing some information, or because someone didn't carry out the actions they were responsible for, or something else? You may need to go back to looking at responsibility, or agreeing on the issues and solution, or planning how to carry out the actions. Summary. Some relationship issues can't be solved because partners have boundaries and needs that are simply incompatible and would be unhealthy to compromise on. Using the process we've looked at can help us identify whether this is the case, or if solutions can be found which meet everyone's needs and honour everyone's boundaries and limits.